As you know, Sri Lanka is famous for its diversity. Different ethnic groups, religious and cultural groups are present in Sri Lanka. We consider diversity to be an asset.
We are a country which has not still gone through the democratic transformation. Therefore, social inclusion and social integration are more relevant here than in a developed country.
Problem after the war, after the ending war, the people they made conflict among them. There are a number of problems we receive, especially the land matters and other family problems. The people who are settled here from various parts, we are searching some activities to settle their problems and reduce the community conflicts.
In a post-conflict situation where we do not call ourselves post-conflict anymore situation, what it is that you need a systematic way in which we approach the handling of social problems, and particularly social integration problems, which deals with the systematic ways in which people become marginalized from the mainstream.
GIZ සම්ප්ලිට් ව්‍යාප්තිය මගින් සමාජ ඒකාබද්ධතා අමාත්‍ය වැඩසටහන මගින් අපේ ගමට ඇවිල්ලා අපේ ගමේ ඒ පිළිබඳව දැනුවත් කිරීමක් කරලා අපේ ගමේ සිංහල දෙමළ මුස්ලිම් එකමුතුභාවය මෙහෙම කරලා
අපි මේ GIZ ෆ්ලිට් ආයතනෙත් එක්ක සම්බන්ධ වෙලා ප්‍රාදේශීය පස්සල මැතිවරණ කොට්ටාසේ ග්‍රාම සේවසන් 3ක් තෝරගෙන පුරෝහිත සභාවල් කමිටු පීඨවල පුරෝහිත සභාව කමිටුත් එක්ක එකතු වෙලා අපි ඒගොල්ලන්ට මේ අවුර අයවැය කියන්නේ අයවැය සම්පාදනය කරේ ඒ පුරෝහිත සභාවල ඉන්න සමාජික කැඳවලා ඒගොල්ලන්ට සාකච්ඡා කරලා ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ යෝජනා අරගෙන අපි මෙවර අයවැයට ඇතුල් කරා සමහර යෝජනා. ඒ විශේෂයෙන්ම කාන්තා කටයුතු සඳහා මුදල් අපි අයවැයෙන් වෙන් කරලා තියෙනවා. ඊළඟට තරුණ කටයුතු සඳහා මුදල් වෙන් කරලා තියෙනවා. ඒක කවදාවත් ඊට කලින් කරලා නැහැ.
Women and youth are reached in many different ways. Directly at district level, you work with them to develop their capacities.
Ampara is one of the pilot district. GIZ FLICT is working for social integration, community empowerment and local governance. The objective of the training is women inclusion in the community development process, because these women after trained they will empower and they will work with in their village with other women, and they will plan and get the decision for the community and the village development process.
So we need to change the attitudes of the society from the very start at the level of the schools, when we would like to have the children exposed more to the ideas of equality.
The name of the project is Conceptual Photography on Social Integration. Our target group was youth from the 5 districts where we are working in Sri Lanka. We want to give youth an opportunity to understand social integration, and also we wanted to make an impact that would last in the minds of the youth.
It's very important what our cultural atmosphere creates for us, because that really influences our thinking or the way we interact with each other.
We are born into these structures and culture, right? We're born into culture, and this culture speaks through us. So there's nothing outside us, say caste or gender, ethnic division, no, nothing outside us. So you can't change something that is outside, because there's nothing outside. It's within us.
Janakare means theatre of the people. And I started this Janakaliya program in 2003. Gradually, after 1977 rights and 1983, all the communities were separated. after the riots against Tamil people. And after that, Sinhala artists did their creation for Sinhala community and Tamil artists did their creation for Tamil community. There are no coexistence together. If I train a multi-ethnic theatre group, I could travel around the country with that group and perform dramas in both languages, Sinhala and Tamil. So I can treat all the communities in Sri Lanka.
I think that the work that GIZ is doing with the Ministry of National Languages and Social Integration is extremely important, very relevant to the issue of the main issue that faces this country, that sections of the people feel marginalized, left out.
The approach of FLICT, what's unique about it is that it tries to address all these issues in a limited but holistic way. Say for instance, we are working on bringing about a policy that will set certain structural instruments in place to address social integration.
So the national policy framework was formulated and launched last year in 2012, and here we looked at the social integration process in terms of 7 elements, which the main elements of which is education, economic, political participation, access to a safe and secure social and physical environment, and our sense of belonging and responsibility.
Sri Lanka is very fortunate to have this partnership with the Ministry of National Languages and Social Integration and German Federal Ministry for Economic Cooperation and Development in terms of promoting social integration and thereby achieving social cohesion in Sri Lanka.
Technical expertise provided by FLICT is also extremely useful because those are some of the areas where we have really, we lack some capacities for which the support given by FLICT is extremely useful through their consultants and also the expertise that are brought from outside.
We have had a long lasting partnership and had produced very good results. And we had had a lot of technical support and funding support which have both gone into increasing the capacity of the ministry and our ministry's different departments, and also our field workers who need to be trained and retrained. And then the programs that we have really undertaken in partnership with the FLICT, like the policy framework being evolved and drafted and declared, and the Social Integration Week that we have now got the approval of the cabinet to be held from every July 15th of the year to that entire week. So these are areas in which the FLICT had been of great use and support.